OnTV was a television subscription service that operated in 8 markets between 1977 and 1985. Thank you for your suggestions.
OnTV is pleased to bring you the following motion picture, which has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America. Recommended for those over 17.
In 1973, Oak Industries, a maker of cable television equipment and other electronic components, and Chartwell Communications founded a joint venture, initially known as WorldPay Television, Inc., to create and operate a subscription television system in the Los Angeles market. This joint venture led to the development of OnTV, a subscription television as TV service that aired on ultra-high frequency TV stations, or UHF. OnTV was a subscription television service that would unscramble UHF channels in participating markets, including Los Angeles County. If you're not sure what it means to unscramble a channel, let me tell you. Before cable TV and VCRs became commonplace, our viewing choices were limited to a handful of channels, including the big three, broadcast on VHF, very high frequency, and several UHF, ultra high frequency channels that included PBS and other independents and network affiliates. OnTV's signal was broadcast in UHF, but it was intentionally scrambled, meaning audience could hear everything, including porn, which OnTV offered for an additional charge, and kind of make out what was going on, and kind of clean up the picture a bit by fiddling with the UHF tuner. Subscribers paid a monthly fee for the use of a descrambler box, which, with the notable exception of the Detroit system, was also manufactured by Oak. Service began in Los Angeles in April of 1977. It soon expanded to 7 other metropolitan areas, including Detroit, Phoenix, Miami-Fort Lauderdale, Cincinnati, Chicago, Dallas-Fort Worth, and Portland-Salem. Los Angeles was OnTV's strongest market by far, with over 400,000 subscribers at its peak in 1982. Which was basically over half of all subscriptions at that point. Oak moved its headquarters to Rancho Bernardo, San Diego in 1979 to keep a better pulse on the entertainment industry that produced their content. George Lucas gave OnTV permission to broadcast a little movie called Star Wars on television for the very first time. It was one of the first pay-per-view movie events in the United States, and the cost was $7 to $8 depending on your location. Star Wars had also been released for rental on beta and VHS just a few months earlier in May of 1982. Subscribers were charged $40 to $50 for installation and around $19.95 to $22.50 per month, depending on the market, in the first 3 OnTV launches, which was in Los Angeles, Phoenix, and Detroit, which in today's money would be around $75 to $80 per month. OnTV programming consisted of 4 basic components: movies, sporting events, special events such as concerts and boxing matches, and adult programming. Though there was a variance between OnTV operations, particularly with regard to sports programming in each market, after 1983, when it was established the Telstar joint venture, Oak was able to supply much of this programming directly to affiliates and home satellite dish owners. By 1982, Oak boasted some 600,000 subscribers in its 5 OnTV markets, not counting Detroit, Cincinnati, and Portland. In the early 1980s, OnTV's biggest competitor in the TV pay service market was HBO. On TV was initially a success for Oak, contributing $260 million in revenues in 1981, more than their components and materials segments that year, combining for $150 million and $96 million respectively. On TV would peak a year later, and then competition brought the company down. HBO and the explosion of cable television was the beginning of their end. Cable's biggest draws were flexible scheduling, running uncut, uncensored recent movies several times during the month at various times throughout the day, allowing the chance for most anyone to catch their favorite flick when they wanted, not when the station dictated it. The projected growth of over-the-air subscription TV in the 1980s did not occur, stunted by the growth of cable and the early 1980s U.S. recession. On-TV systems began closing in 1983 due to conflicts related to programming time, cable eroding subscriber figures, and high-profile disputes with stations over the broadcast of adult programming. The first on-TV service to close was Chartwell's Detroit System, which shuttered on March 31, 1983. It cited falling subscriber figures from 68,000 to 42,000 in just a year, an inability to obtain more airtime. On TV's other territories followed that April with announcements it would shutter its Dallas-Fort Worth and Phoenix, Arizona systems. Amid investigations with the SEC regarding Oak overstating earnings in 1982, lawsuits with shareholders, and debts to creditors, Oak began to divest its operations. Oak sold On TV's last remaining operation in Los Angeles to competitor Select TV in February of 1985, by then with just 156,000 subscribers, which had over 400,000 subscribers literally 3 years earlier. By June of 1985, all 8 operations had closed. So what do you remember about this place? Leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video below. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.